What if I told you that right now, at this very moment, your life might be improving, and you have absolutely no idea? Here's something that will stop you cold. A Stanford psychology study found that human beings are wired to feel losses twice as intensely as they feel gains. Twice. That means for every step forward you take, your brain is designed to make you feel like you're standing still, or worse, falling behind. So the question isn't whether you're growing. The real question is, are you even looking in the right direction? Because the signs of real upward movement in life are almost never the ones you see on social media. They're quieter. They're internal. They're the kind of shifts that most people completely overlook. And by ignoring them, they give up right before the breakthrough. Today, we're going to change that, and stay with me because sign number 7 is the one that almost nobody talks about. And it might be the most powerful indicator of all. If success is your goal and you're ready to level up, make sure you subscribe. Every video is crafted to move you closer to the life you deserve. There's a moment that comes for every person who is truly moving up, and it rarely arrives with fanfare. It arrives when you suddenly can't settle for what used to be enough. You walk into a situation that you would have accepted 2 years ago. A job, a relationship, a conversation, and something inside you says, no, not anymore. That discomfort you're feeling, that's not you being difficult. That's evidence of growth. Here's the trap most people fall into. When their standards rise, they feel guilty about it. They call themselves ungrateful. They wonder if they've become too picky, and so they shrink back and accept less, which is the single most self-defeating move a growing person can make. Author James Clear wrote in Atomic Habits that every action you take is a vote for the kind of person you want to become. When you reject what no longer serves you, you are casting votes for a higher version of yourself, even when it's uncomfortable. Think about the last time you said no to something that once would have excited you. Did it feel like loss? It wasn't. It was evidence that your internal benchmark has moved. Sign 2. You've started getting comfortable with being misunderstood. Let's talk about something that almost nobody frames as a sign of progress. The moment people in your circle stop fully understanding your choices. When you start changing your habits, your circle, your ambitions, the people around you often react with confusion, skepticism, or even criticism. And here's the painful truth, that friction is not a sign something is wrong. It's a sign that you are operating at a frequency that your old environment wasn't built for. Psychologists call this social homeostasis. The way your social group unconsciously tries to pull you back to who you used to be because your change feels threatening to the stability of the group. The mistake most growing people make is trying to justify every decision to everyone around them. They exhaust themselves explaining their vision to people who didn't ask for it. Instead of seeking understanding, start seeking alignment. Find the people who are headed in the same direction and invest your energy there. As author Ryan Holiday writes in Ego is the Enemy, the need to be approved of is a dangerous addiction. The moment you stop needing everyone to get it is the moment you start moving freely. If people are talking about your changes, it means your changes are visible. That is not a crisis. That is traction. Sign 3. You feel bored by drama that used to consume you. Conversations that used to pull you in for hours now feel like standing in slow traffic. You'd rather be building something. Neuroscience tells us that the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for long-term thinking and impulse regulation, literally gets stronger with focused effort and goal-oriented behavior. As it grows stronger, the pull of reactive emotional drama gets weaker. This isn't you becoming cold. This is your brain physically reorganizing around a higher priority. People who are stuck often misread this shift. They assume something is wrong with the person who's grown quiet. But consider this. A 2021 Harvard study tracking 700 adults over 80 years found that the quality of relationships, not the quantity, was the single greatest predictor of a long, healthy, and financially successful life. The people who stopped chasing drama and started investing in depth, in fewer, richer relationships, consistently outperformed their peers. The lesson? Your boredom with chaos is a biological sign of maturity, not withdrawal. Not long ago, a setback would have sent you into a spiral that lasted days, maybe weeks. Now, you brush off what used to break you. You don't celebrate failure, but you don't collapse under it either. And that shift? That is one of the most measurable signs of real upward movement. Carol Dweck, the Stanford psychologist whose research shaped the modern understanding of human potential, spent decades studying what separates people who grow from those who stagnate. The finding was stark. It wasn't talent, it wasn't income, it wasn't even opportunity. It was the belief that ability is not fixed, that the struggle itself contains the lesson. Her book Mindset has now sold over 2 million copies because that truth resonates at a cellular level. Here's the number that should wake you up. The average self-made millionaire in the United States experienced 3.1 significant business or financial failures before achieving lasting wealth. Not one, three. The people who are winning are not the ones who avoided failure. They're the ones who shortened the recovery window. If you used to take 3 weeks to recover from a setback and now you recover in 3 days, that compression is worth more than any single win. You are training your nervous system to be resilient, and that skill has a compounding return unlike anything else in life. Sign 5. You have stopped competing with people around you. There's a quiet confidence that comes at a very specific point in personal growth. The moment you stop checking what other people are doing and start being obsessed with your own progress. This is rarer than it sounds, and far more powerful than most people realize. Comparison is one of the most expensive habits a human being can have. Not emotionally, but literally. The moment you begin measuring yourself against your own past, rather than other people's present, your decision-making becomes ruthlessly efficient. Toni Morrison once said, "If you have some power, your job is to empower someone else." That kind of outward generosity only becomes possible when you've stopped hoarding energy trying to beat the person next to you. Look back 6 months. If you are ahead of where you were, even slightly, you are winning. That is the only scoreboard that actually matters. Sign 6. You've started protecting your energy like a financial asset. Now here's something that very few people connect. The way you manage your attention and energy is almost identical to the way you manage money. And just like money, most people leak it without realizing it. The average person wastes between 2 and 4 productive hours daily on low-value mental activity, worry loops, passive scrolling, replaying past conversations. At a conservative valuation of $20 per hour, that's $14,600 to $29,200 worth of attention lost per year, per person. The people who are quietly moving up have started treating that time like a savings account. They guard it. They invest it deliberately. The sign? You've started saying no to things that cost you energy without giving it back. You've stopped attending every event, replying to every message, or justifying your schedule to people who don't respect it. That's not rudeness. That's financial literacy applied to your most irreplaceable resource. Sign 7. Your inner voice has changed its tone. This is the one almost no one talks about, and yet it might be the most important marker of all. The voice inside your head, the one that narrates your daily experience, has started speaking to you differently, more patiently, more firmly, more like a coach and less like a critic. The shift in your inner voice is not a soft or intangible thing. It is a neurological event. It means your brain's default mode network is being rewired, literally reshaping the mental architecture through which you interpret the world. If you have caught yourself being kinder to yourself in moments of struggle, pause and recognize that, because it is a profound sign of upward movement. Sign 8. You are reading or listening to this right now. Here's the final sign. And before you dismiss it as flattery, hear the actual argument. The simple act of seeking out content designed to challenge your thinking and expand your perspective puts you in a statistical minority that consistently outperforms the population. 57% of adults have not read a single book in the past year, not one. Meanwhile, a survey of 200 wealthy individuals found that 88% read at least 30 minutes of nonfiction daily. Business, biography, personal development. The act of learning is not passive. Every time you expose your brain to a new idea, you build new neural pathways, expand your cognitive vocabulary. The fact that you are still watching, still listening, still choosing growth on a day when you could have chosen comfort, that is a sign. A real one. Here's what I want you to carry with you after this video ends. You are not behind, you are not broken, you are not stagnant. You are in the middle of something. And the middle of anything meaningful always feels the most uncertain, the most invisible, the most like nothing is happening. But something is, something quiet and compounding and irreversible is happening inside you. Know in the comments what you have gained from this video so that we can improve and keep doing that better. Don't forget to share this video with at least one person who will get some insights, because one video is enough to give people enough ideas to change their lives. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.